Hi guys, okay, so I have a little surprise for you. My friend over at Blue Woods Design on Instagram, ALEXA DOEBLER, has agreed. She reached out to me a few months ago and asked me if I would be interested in doing a collab with her. And I, of course, said yes, because I love her artwork. She's an awesome Instagram page, and she is loaded with information. She's constantly teaching and training. She has a YouTube channel, all kinds of fun stuff. I will attach all the links to this video, but we agreed to do a collab, and it is a Pinterest photo mashup collab. We agreed on these 3 images right here, these 3 images, and we're going to match them up somehow. Neither one of us have shared how we're going to do it, so it's going to be a surprise for the both of us. I'm super excited. I looked at it this morning, and I think what I'm going to do, because I love her pose, she's got a long neck, I'll probably make it longer. I love her ears. Just love this piece as a whole, and I think what I'm going to do is do the turtleneck on her, and then this eye, and then this eye on her, I believe. And I'm going to do it, as you saw, I'm going to do it in my Copics. I have my skin tones and my colored. I had skin tones in this kit too, but they're starting to dry out, so I got some more. So I have some more skin tones. And I'm going to play with that. Also, I think for this part, I'm going to use my Carbothello pastels, chalk pastel pencils. I think. I may use the marker, I may use a combo of both. I'm not 100% sure. And I might switch up the colors too. I don't know. But I do know that I'm definitely going to use her pose. I know I'm going to use elements. How I'm going to use those, what mediums I'm going to make the elements appear. I'm pretty sure this is it. So, yes. And then my substrate is going to be 110 pound digital Spring Hill cardstock. This right here. I use it. It works really well with Copics. I use it for graphite Copics. You can use your Carbothello pastels on it. Just know that the pastels, because there's no tooth to this paper, you can use it on this paper, but it's going to be more dust. If you want to use a paper that is prepped, like with a paint, either gesso or chalk paint, you're going to need to use a different paper. You're like watercolor paper, not this, because this cardstock is not really meant for water per se. Okay, and I grabbed some of my Uniball Signo white gel pens, and I love my Uniposca paint pen. It's the really fine tip. It's the 0.7. I love this one because it's super opaque and black and awesome. Okay, and I have my Deli permanent marker, dry fast, waterproof, color fast marker. It has 2 different ends, a thicker felt tip, and then a fine point tip. And then my trusty, ever so trusty, Graph Gear 1000 0.3 mechanical pencil. I love this. My Tombow mono eraser, and my big black dustless eraser. Okay, so I am going to, first things first, make room for myself, and I'm going to sketch out my the pose of her. Now, I'm not shooting for realism at all, not at all. She's going to be very whimsical and fun, probably exaggerated in certain areas, because I love to do that. But we're going to, I'm going to talk you through the sketch, and then the rest will be more than likely just fast forwarded and me creating her in the mediums that I've chosen. Okay guys, let's get started. So she's got a bit of a head tilt. Notice that my wrist isn't moving, it's my shoulder that was actually creating all that action. make her, like I said, I'm going to give her a long neck. Exaggerated shoulders because I love them. And she's going to have a turtleneck on anyways. Okay, so I'm going to divide her face a little. So I didn't like that. Okay, divide again, divide down the center, from the head, top of the head to the chin, divide again, from the eye line, this is my eye line, to the chin, divide again for the nose, from the nose to the chin, divide again in the middle. There's her mouth. Okay, so now I come in and I start to play with the face, her jawline. And I always, I don't know, it's my kind of my default. This is the center of the mouth, and this would be like the lip, the bottom of the lip right down here. That's like the hinge where the jaw jets out on either side. That's how I usually do it, judge it that way. Now I'm not going to get super involved because a portion of her face is going to be covered with the turtleneck, but I want to lay out the right proportions. So there's her hinge there, and there's her hinge there because her head's on a tilt a little. And then you start to refine everything. Okay, she has a bit of a narrow face. It's a little wider. Her eyes are wide, a little wide set and full, which I love. But it comes in and narrows down a little bit. So then I go with her nose. I start with the nose, put the ball in, little smaller balls next to it, or circles, however you prefer. And then I create the nostrils. And then I use the sides of the nostrils as my eye guidelines, the corner of my eyes. And this line's going to become the top of my eye. And where I'm not drawing realism here. Trying to make sure that they're a good matching shape. Okay, and at this point I start to notice, see if from here to here and from here to here they match, and they're pretty decent actually, so I might come in just a tiny bit. Okay, so there's the beginnings of her eyeballs, and I'm going to put in a little tear duct. I try to do this at the same time. I don't know, in my head I feel like it helps me stay like matched, especially if I'm doing two, like they're supposed to match. I don't know, but you might not want them to match. That's totally up to you. And then I'm going to give her some big, beautiful eyes. Now, I'm going to take this and lightly come, ooh, that's too far up. Lightly come across. I'm doing this to try to get the bottom of the eyes to match. There's so many ways, you guys, to draw out a face, to sketch out a face. I'm just showing you what works for me. Doesn't mean it's the only way, just what works for me. Okay, so now I'm going to throw in her waterline. And if you hear noise in the background, I have a kitten And he is very, you know, hi mom, you woke up, let's play. Okay, that's the top of the eye, because I know she's got like a, if you look here, she's got a crease, you know, the fold of the eye where the eye opens and closes. So I pulled it in a little, and then I'll refine that. And then I'll pull this, because they don't connect. And there we go, there we go. And then I'm going to put in, remember I wanted her to have big eyes. You could also, in fact I think I might, you could also use a stencil. Let's try this one. Let's see what it looks like. I think I need this one. Let's erase this. Let me see. Oh, which one did I use? I use that one. Or you could go the old school way. It just seems a little too perfect. And her eyes are not, there's no space, so I'm going to fix that. Let's do it again. And I can see right now that this eye is bigger than this eye. I'm going to bring it in a little. When I put those, the iris, when I put in the, oh my gosh, cornea? I'm drawing a blank. When I put in the eye, it showed to me that it was too big. I mean, not obnoxiously big. I could have made it work, and I still might. But there. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to bring her eye down. Okay. I feel good about that. Got a little chalk, because I have chalk everywhere. I think I might have had chalk on the stencil. And then I'm going to put in our iris. No. That eye looked like it was looking up. Okay, and then she's got some fairly thin eyebrows. I'm thinking about maybe doing her in mostly graphite. Meh. I think I'm feeling color this morning. I try to get her the corner of the eye for the eyebrow to line up. Okay, and I've got her nose in. Let's erase some stuff here. Make sure to erase your lines before you add marker, because it will set it. The marker will set the lines if you don't. I personally like to see the line work. You know what I forgot to grab? My colored pencils. Whenever I do a piece in Copic, I always use my colored pencils to kind of refine it. This side. You know, her nose might be up a little too high. I'm going to take it down some. Oh, she's got no nose. Okay. Yeah, that looks better. And here's where you can come in and play a little bit. The nostrils, even though they're just like a small part of the face, they do give her a lot of personality. The person you're creating, they give a lot of personality. Okay, and then the philtrum, little dip underneath the nose. And she's got a pretty pronounced little cupid's bow right there. And because I moved her nose down, I'm going to have to adjust her lips, but that's okay. It's not going to be too much. Okay, so I'm going to put the bottom lip in just a suggestion, because remember what's it called? The turtleneck goes up. It needs to be there. Let me erase some of these extra lines. I'm really not taking her. Placement of her little iris there. There. Well, now that doesn't look right. Not arched enough. This is what I do constantly. Anybody else? I sit and talk to myself as I create my faces. Pull this line up. Okay. Whew. Now her ears. Start at the corner of the eye. I love ears that have a lot of personality. And then end at the end of the nose. I love that she's got big, gorgeous, beautiful, full ears. I'm not going to get super detailed here. I just want to put in. Where's my eraser? Yeah, okay. And then on this side, tip of the corner of the eye to the end of the nose. Make sure. Now this is kind of forward, so it's a little bigger than the other one. I'm going to decide if I want to make it bigger. No. That's too far. Boop. Look at that. Here's here, and here's here. There we go. One of the reasons I love working with my graph gear, because I can erase it and not have a problem. Not at all. This one actually looks bigger. We're leaving it. I'm not touching it. Lied. I lied. There. Okay. So there's her. There's that. I think I'm going to give her, I was thinking about this hairstyle. Well, I can't really see all of it, but I'm going to make it up. And it's going to go up. That'll be fun, right? Erase some of this. And this part actually goes across the whole of her face. It's like, I can't tell, it's like braids, and very, very messy braids. Alright, so, and then actually it covers part of her ear. And this is where, if you decide to, you can play too, and just give her whatever hairstyle you want. Okay, so now she's gonna have, I'm gonna do the turtleneck, and it covers her bottom lip. I love turtlenecks. I always have. Oh, they're just so cozy. Do I wear turtlenecks? Not really. But do I love them? Yes. And just like that, I erase a few lines. And there's I can decide if I want to put lines in. I can put, I'll have it, which I think I will. Trick is, try to follow the curve when you're drawing the lines in. Try to follow her curve. Okay. So there is that. Now, around this eye, okay, so her eyebrow isn't there actually anymore. This side's subtle. It's a square. Or a rectangle, sorry. I know my shapes. And the other side I'm not going to do yet because I'll do it with the marker. The painterly side here. I'll do that with whatever medium I decide. Okay, so let me clean up any extra lines because I don't remember I said once you put the ink on them, you can't get rid of them. And if you want them there, hallelujah, leave them. I love seeing the work in stuff. I just don't want it in this one. I want this to be very kind of illustrative and graphic. Crisp lines, bold, crispness. Okay. All right. Let me get rid of this since her hair is coming from there. Okay. Okay, so you saw me spend all that time drawing the ear just to erase it. Please do the same thing. I always finish it out and then pull it back if I need to erase lines and stuff. Because you can always tell more often than not when something is just brought right up to the edge as opposed to do what I just did. And it gives it way more of a, I don't know, a full completed look as opposed to, well, I'll just draw the hair and then I'll draw what is right next to it. Do the whole thing and then erase what you need to. It's only a few more seconds of your time and it makes a big difference, okay? I hope that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna start some more lines to erase and then I'm gonna start with my Copics. Okay? Okay, so I have my little cheat sheet here of my Copic tin tones, and I think I'm going to use this one. It's E51, E21, and E33. Okay, you guys, I finished. Thank you so much, Alexa, for this awesome collab. I had so much fun. I hope y'all enjoy it. Feel free to play, free to twist it up, tweak it up, you know, do your own thing, change things up. I can't wait to see yours, Alexa. I'm very excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, you guys, have a great day. Bye. Be sure to check out, sorry, I thought I was done. Be sure to check out Alexa's YouTube and Instagram page. It's lots of fun, you guys. She loves what she does, and it's very obvious. Enjoy.